Grand Rising, and it is still raining and was raining heavy through the night. Yeah. Looks all fresh though. I'm a little puffy. We had curry last night, and as much as I like spicy, spicy tends to make me. How about you? Do you do that? Do you like notice certain foods and how they affect your body? Yeah. But I'm alive and I'm happy and got a good night's sleep. Lots of weird dreams as always since I've been here on this trip, actually, all over. Yeah, I'm gonna go get dressed now so I can meet everybody for Matcha meditation. There I am, ready to rock and roll. All right, it is time for some matcha meditation. This is my gorgeous bowl. Thank you, Malay. All right, do I need anything else in here? I think I'm good. Bring in my towel. Gonna put on my wrap and get on track. Yeah, I'm also bringing my socks just in case because it is a little chilly outside. So, okay. A little chilly, a little wet. You never know, you might need some layers. Look at this beautiful, beautiful. It's gorgeous outside. And there's so many fragrant smells in the air. I think it's a lot of, first off, the essential oils that a lot of us are caressing ourselves with. You know, I've got Lang Lang and rose geranium and you just name it. It's in my oils. You might not know some of these oils. All right, I'm gonna get going. Oh, the pitter patter of the rain. Capturing those glimpses, moments suspended in time, the pause between the inhale and the exhale, the moments between the lessons in life, which provide us the blessings of integration and appreciation, because we always have something going on to sting us back into consciousness, whether we're conscious of it or not. Paradox, irony, life, it is. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games, because that is life. Life is a game, and when you learn to play it, you can win at it, if that's what you consider it. Because it's not about winning, it's about experiencing. It's meant to be experienced. That's part of the reality of it. Here we come! She's got the
Enneagram.
pictures.
Yes.
Pictures.
If you wanted to read
Matcha.
up on any of it.
Matcha lady.
Matcha.
Matcha and socks. That's how I'm starting my day. We are going to move. Do some meditation. We had our matcha. Time to go to the other side. Break on through to the other side. Look at those clouds. Oh boy. That's so crazy. That's all like around us, all those clouds. So perfectionism, people. This seems to be the theme I've picked up on a couple times. Yes, I'm a recovering perfectionist and I own that shit, because shadow work is owning your shit so it doesn't own you. And so that it doesn't show up in others to trigger you. Because anytime you're triggered, it just means you've got more healing to do. It's just bringing to surface all the work you still have to work on with you. The situation, the issues that you have are not with others, they're with yourself. And they just show up in other people because, like, if you've watched my videos, your inner child is feeling neglected. That little piece of you that still carries that trauma wound, the old core wound, and we all have one. There is not just one, there is not like a bunch of them. There is a core wound. When you identify that core wound, you understand, oh, that's what triggers me based on core wounds. Perfectionism. A lot of the wounds basically go back to the sense that you're not lovable, you have to prove yourself. I mean, that's what essentially all of us are trying to do. We're like monkeys running around with our unresolved childhood needs, trying to get them met through other people, throwing our shit at each other. It's like a shit show, flinging shit like monkeys do. Oh my gosh, we tried that the other night and it was so good. It tastes like an avocado that's sweet and creamy. But essentially, perfectionism is just this need, the need to prove yourself. It is also the fear of failure. So you tend to hold yourself back. I know this from personal experience. Why didn't I do it? Well, I had to have it perfect. And I have to prove that I'm good enough. And if I mess it up, then I'm not good enough. It's like this whole chasing your tail, self-sabotage situation. And there are a lot of different versions of that perfectionism. Wanting, seeking love, everything at the root is either coming from a place of fear, which is the fear of not being loved. And when you're coming from that place, then you know you've got some work to do. And then when you come from the place of love, which essentially everything is at root love, even fear. Yeah, when you're no longer triggered, then you know you're healing. And put my flip-flops over here because I don't want them all muddy. Last time I got stepped on. And we're here. I gotta get them out. Well, I just worked my ass off. I am still drying off from all the sweat that I just worked up. What an amazing, amazing, beautiful tribe of women that I got to connect with here. I just took a bunch of photos. Oh, find your tribe, find your support group. Don't try to act like you can do it all alone. We're human for a reason. We're meant to be in community. We need to put the unity back in community because that's where it's at. We're not here to try to force it out on our own. Just do it smarter, not harder. Yeah, this brought up a lot. And stuff that I've actually, it's my personal time right now. I share a lot of my wisdom through my personal experience. And there's been a common theme in my life. And when I had my explant, and I had my breast implants removed, and I opened my heart in such a way. 23 years of a shield brought a flood of emotions to me. Reminded me that even I still had more to feel in order to heal. In an old relationship I hadn't let go of yet. So this trip has had a lot to do with that, and I haven't shared that, and there's a reason for it. Healing my heart. This is what this is about. And reclaiming my fierce woman. She's really fucking resilient, I'll tell you that right now. At the same time, I can be vulnerable and I can cry. I can also tell you to fuck off. I don't have time for pathetic, superficial shit. You're either with me or you're not with me. It's that easy for me right now in my life. It really is crystal clear for me in my vision. And some people that's harsh, but I don't candy coat it because there's no time to waste in this human life. I think there comes a lot of wisdom with experience, and women especially, the wise woman, I can't speak for men, but I can tell you that we give from a place of trauma. We give from a place of expectation, most of us. We don't even realize. We want to say it's our heart. It's our head. It's obligation. Even the kitty cat knows the wild woman energy. Look at this one. Meow? Yeah? Aren't you a pretty kitty? Aren't you a pretty kitty? Look at this. I had a lot of kitties growing up. You know what they taught me? A cat will tell you, quit fucking petting me now, I'm done. love on me, I want this is my needs, and okay, fuck off, I'm done. Most cats, if you pay attention to their personalities, the Egyptians, they revered cats probably for a reason, catspiracy. The truth of the matter is, it's like we are so worried about how others are going to respond to our needs that we tend to compromise them. We tend to think, oh, I can't ask for that. I'm afraid it'll upset someone. It'll offend someone. I'm afraid, it's all about the other. Even in religion, we're all taught to think of everyone but ourselves. But who the hell's thinking of us? So when you really come from that place of healing, you start to recognize, I have needs. And if I'm not given to me first, then I'm no good for anybody else. I gave a lot of my heart and soul, or at least a lot of me that I didn't realize I was giving away. But I had expectations along that way, that journey of my life. I wasn't owning unmet, unspoken things. I knew what I wanted. I thought what the other person wanted was the same as me. And this is a common theme in relationships. We think, well, he'll just come around. Oh, she'll just fall into suit. Like, you know what? When we want more and the other person doesn't, you got to disconnect. You got to know you first. You can't be in the right relationship if you're not in the right relationship with yourself. And I have been on this journey for a very long time, trying to right my own wrongs with myself. Because when I heal myself, I own my shit. This is what shadow work is. Owning your shit so your shit doesn't own you. And owning the parts of you where you had expectations, where others weren't meeting them, and you get upset at them. No, that's you. And we all do it. We all fucking do it. We all expect somebody to be a certain way, to appease us, to meet our needs, to make us happy, when we have to do that for ourselves first. When you do for you, you give others permission to do it for you too. If you don't set a standard and you're not clear on what your non-negotiables are, and you just keep letting people step all over you, or, oh, well, I have to out of obligation. The only person that suffers is you. The other people, the more you give, like that martyr mentality, that's water running, by the way. See? Pouring water. You know what that symbolizes? There's no container for that. And it just creates a hole, an emptiness. Eventually, with the force of water over time, erodes. And that's what happens in life. When we give, but we never pay attention to how we set up the standard of our relationships from the start. If you give everything right at the first sign, like, a lot of times in relationship, I'm in the honeymoon stage, you give it your all. And then you're exhausted. You know why? Because then you get upset that the other person's expecting you to be that way, and you've already set the bar high, and then you start to back off, slack off, fall off, and then the other person's like, you changed. Because you set the expectation of who and what you were in the beginning. Take everything slow in life. Don't be given everything all at once. I know we all want to be in a relationship that's loving, that's supportive, that's receptive. But you also have to be discerning of your trauma responses. Do you give everything because you're afraid of rejection? People pleaser. Because if you set that standard in the beginning, that you're given everything, and then you're exhausted and depleted in the end, the only person you got to blame is yourself. And 9 times out of 10, we're thinking it's the other person. And it's just our trauma response. It's our shadow. It's our shit that we weren't willing to own. And we expected the other person to kind of like level up and give us what we were giving. Evaluate in your past relationships where you gave it your all. And when I say gave it your all, I mean it was the toxic version. It wasn't that you were giving because you did it from your heart. You did it from the place of the head, the thinking, the fear, conscious or unconscious. I gave it my all. I gave you my heart. I poured it all out to you. I gave you everything. And then you still don't love me and you still don't appreciate me because you actually had an expectation as well. It's selfish, it's manipulation, and you may not want to own that, but that's a big, huge part of it all. That you did it because you expected something in return, because in your mind, it would heal that childhood wound, that if you everything was perfect and you were the peacekeeper and you made sure everybody was happy except for yourself. And then in the end, you have resistance, resentment, you have anger, frustration, and it's not really with the other person, it's with you, because you gave everything without thinking about how you were coming from a place of lack, a place of fear. And you wanted them to fulfill something in you that you weren't fulfilling yourself. Ooh, identify that core wound. Get to the core of your traumas, the triggers, whatever it is that's coming up in you, so you can heal that shit and be lighter. That when you do give, it's from a place of abundance, not from a place of lack, trying to get something in return. Because we humans have a tendency to manipulate. Well, I gave you this, so you're supposed to give me something in return. You know, you got to give to get, with that toxic twist. Whatever you give, you must give willingly without attachment. We talk about non-attachment, right? Most people are coming from a place of attachment. They're attached to the outcome and their expectations. That's the biggest addiction most people have, is to their BS, their belief systems. Well, if I give, I'm supposed to get something in return. Because it's one of the old adages, you know, the old patriarchal sayings. Oh, you know, whatever you get, whatever you take, you have to give in return. Whatever someone does for you, you have to expect to give something back. And you know what? That's an energetic frequency that is a natural ebb and flow. But the spin that the toxic human has put on is unhealthy expectations of this resentment, this, okay, they gave me this, I got to give them something back. The obligation, there's no love in that. That's all up in here. You better feel that. If you're willing to give something, make it be from your heart. Check your intentions. Check the why you do what you do. Don't just do unconsciously. Always be in your mindset, mindfulness, awareness of what it is you do and why you do what you do. And going back to that relationship situation, this was an on and off again relationship of over 10 years. And this person has everything I own in their home because they were doing me a favor. And now they're not communicating with me. And there's a part of me that realizes all of my energy had been infused in every single thing, from the bed to the kitchen to the bath to all the linens, the mirrors, the artwork that I collected over the course of my life, my leather Natuzzi couch, my teaked dining room table. I got stuff that I built from my life. And this person isn't even communicating with me to let me know if their intention is to just keep it or not. Because I bared my heart and soul to this person, and I told them how I felt, which I'm a very powerful person, so some people don't necessarily take it well, and they see it as a confrontation, a conflict, and some people are non-confrontational. So, you know, maybe in a part of me, I had an expectation, and I own that, and I shared that. I said, you know, I don't know where you're at if you don't communicate with me. But ultimately, my energy is infused in everything that he has, even if he's in a relationship or not. People don't realize how they feed off of you energetically. And I was allowing that. And both of us were energetically holding on to one another, and I know that for a fact. I don't have an attachment to the relationship. I admit I had an attachment and an expectation of my stuff that someone wouldn't hold on to, and it's like stealing your energy, stealing your life, all the stuff you built, all my life, everywhere I lived. And I'll tell you, there's one piece of art that I asked for and was told, I really like that. I really like that, really. And I said, yeah, because it's mine. I'm the sunflower. It's a leather sunflower in a wooden frame that's very three-dimensional because it's all done with leather. I bought that in Krakow, Poland on a trip. It was a very cold trip too. So one thing I definitely asked for over the years and was told how much he liked it, implying that he didn't want to give it away, didn't want to give it back to me. I'm like, you've had all my stuff all these years. Last time I saw him was almost 10 years ago in 2013 when I returned to the States. And I never intended on staying in the States, I'll just say that. So to be continued, this interesting saga of my past that has been revealed to me recently, this past year. And one of the reasons I came on this trip was to reignite, reclaim my fierce woman, to also get back into the travel, because that's my intention. My intention is to lead women in workshops in yoga, not just yoga. It's not about just the yoga. It's about the breath. It's about embodiment. It's about reclaiming who you are, not who you think you are. You're not a label. You can be whatever you want to be, but you first got to know who and what you are and where it comes from. Because your unhealed traumas, your core wounds, your triggers are the unconscious programming running your life. If you don't do your shadow work, you don't embrace your dark and your light, your shit shows. And if you don't own your shit, it will own you. Trust me on this one. Even I've done it. I'm hungry. I need to eat. That's a lot. That's a lot of my fierce woman. Okay. I know that's a lot for anybody to take in anyway, because I just know how I am. But let me know in the comments if this resonates with you. If you've ever experienced anything like this. Enjoy the silence. It's not really silence either. There's bees, there's birds. If you just listen closely, even the whispers of your heart will speak to you. That's why I'm on this trip. To reinfuse my life with people on the same path, across all walks of life. I am a woman of the world. I am here to share and bring people into their personal power, their purpose, their potent energy, and to recognize they are worthy. Inspiring through my own inspired living, the fact that I lived in Naples, Italy, and Belgium, Vicenza, Bratislava, I worked in England. You know, sometimes I look at my life and it's just many lives in this current one. And that eucalyptus smells amazing. And we all have purpose. And it usually is our pain that delivers us to our purpose, because our pain is our purpose. There's purpose in your pain. Always remember that. And everything is temporary. But pain, challenge, obstacles, resistance, adversity is how you grow. To know how resilient you are, how strong you truly are, to redirect you where you need to be. Don't take that lightly. Don't just go into I don't want to feel this way. Celebrate it, because you know what? The pain is what brings you to your pleasure, and your pleasure is what brings you to pain. It is a cycle, and they complement one another. This is a dualistic existence we live. Don't discount that. Remember, they're two halves of the whole, again, like your shadow and your light. You can't have one with the other. But you need to embrace them, and you need to unite them, because that's where the true wholeness is in you and you. Your dark, your light, your evil, your angel, you know, all that stuff. You are the devil, you're the angel. Be the best little devil you can, you know, and do it with a smile. Food me. Oh yeah, it smells so amazing. I have some of these at the house. Yeah. What are you going through in your life? Everybody's going through a major change. And by the way, today is the new moon. even though you'll see this a little later, today is the new moon. Oh yeah, we know we're hungry. All the ladies are lined up. Look at that food. I like that. Oh, doesn't that look delicious? Bon appetit, darling. Yes, yes, yes. All those beautiful shiny.
Better get in here.
Everybody's got that glow. Cause you know. Yeah, the smile says it all, right? I am gonna bring my yogurt, granola, fruit nuts back to the room and relax. Hello. That's what's overhead. And this is what's in my hand. All right, it is raining and I am going back to the room with my fun hair and my food to consume. I had some melon, which I really needed. I really need to do my gua sha today. My forehead's looking a little bit written all over my face kind of deal, you know? If you really consider it, just like our fingerprints, our own energy imprints, we are all so unique, yet we are all so connected by that uniqueness and how we enhance each other with our own individuality and bring it out in one another. That's why humans are meant to unify. Humans in unity is humanity. Look at the fog is rolling in. I'm going to show you from the other side over here. Look at that mysterious mist, fog, the clouds. Sometimes you got to be covered in the mist to explore the mystery of life. To unveil, you have to be veiled. To reveal, you have to lift the veil. You have to be willing to emerge from the mist. Find the story in the mist. Mystery. There's so much symbolism in our languaging. Oh, I am splashing now. Yeah, there's so much to explore. Even in yourself. You have to be willing. I know I am, that's why I'm here. Time to consume and just relax. Okay, I took a shower. Just brushed my hair out. It's kind of gnarly. And when I showered, I noticed the towels are leaving like lint all over me. I don't know what has happened over the years. I never remembered having so much lint all over my body. And that when you go to put moisturizer or oils on, all of a sudden you've got these balls of lint absorbed. Anyway, we are doing a Ayurvedic gathering. There's a woman that's going to go over some Ayurvedic techniques. Now, I've done a lot of Ayurvedic study over the years, but I'm always open to learning. You have to have a beginner's mind. What I do want to throw in here real quick, this new moon is in Libra, and it's all about partnership. So it's about reevaluating all the partnerships in your life, not just your intimate ones, your best friends, people that you've been loyal to for a very long time, friends, family, acquaintances. Partnership is all forms and phases of your life. So what you may think is the ideal partnership may not be your ideal. It may be just a construct or something that you learned. Be kind on yourself. And remember, you don't have to be loyal just because that's the way you were taught. Or just because you started something, you have to defend finishing it or staying with it. Sometimes it's okay to course correct. Gotta bring back my empty bowl. Because life is about flexibility and fluidity. Like a chameleon, you should be able to adapt to your environment. Okay, and we're off. Oh, and by the way, I gotta show you this. See off in the distance, the mist is descending again. It lifted. You can see that it's just above. See, now you can see clearly below. Sort of. Oh, look at that haze across. We are literally up in the clouds. That is so awesome. Then you get to see out to the sea, literally. I love words and poetry and rhythm and rhyme. I believe that when you're in true divine flow, everything has a rhythm and a rhyme. So I threw on some pants because it is a little chilly for my taste. You know, us Floridian girls, we're in flip-flops, but gotta be warm. Ah, the beautiful smells, sights and senses, heightened senses. That's what life is about. Engaging all 5 of your senses. Into me I see. Here we go, here we go. I hear talking. That's probably already begun. We're making lados, which is like a prashad.
I basically advise people to have a proper environment. That's literal.
There she is. Hello. Lados. Yay! So we are making lados. We had sesame milk earlier, and everybody is surrounding the stove as the lados is being stirred. This is a process, by the way. So if I had held this camera here all this time, it would have been achy. It smells amazing. It smells like cookies.
It calms me only from smelling it. Like,
And this is Livia's favorite.
but then at the end you will see through it, and when you can see the whole bottom of the pot, then you know it's ready. There are some ways to to prove that it's perfect. And it's the lowest I can get it, but it's still very high. So I move it above a little bit in the bottom, and then I'm just putting this thing to the side, and I'm putting it in here. So you can.
It's really good for men, and it's after sex, if I'm not mistaken. Good. It's good for after sex, for replenishing.
How you like it?
For men and women.
Nat, will you write us the recipe down? Yes. Thank you. Then I start to put this. It's just mixing slowly. Yes. Maybe we can change to this one. You don't have the time for the Let's make it.
All right, we're going to go change so that we can do body paint on one another. That's cool. All right. Bottoms don't matter. Top so that we can paint across. It's still a little drizzly. Lados we will eat over in the movement space. I'm getting a little sleepy though. We tried sesame milk. Very nutty. Doesn't matter what we wear on top, on bottom, just top. Oh. We got about 15 minutes. So, looks like I'm just gonna wear this because I have my little black bra on underneath and I'm ready to go. Well, I'm apparently late. Whoops. We're gonna go body paint each other. It's all about community, women in unity, and men too. But we are not any men. We are all warrior women. If you're enjoying my videos, let me know. If you are in partnership, has your partnership gone past its expiration? Oh, I think I hear singing. Or are you in the right partnership? This is that time where most people are reevaluating their lives, recognizing if something has passed, if it's time to move on. Because you want the right people in your corner, not just out of obligation or loyalty. So, the recording I thought I was doing just before this didn't take, so this is me trying to recover it, but wait till the face paint, and the body paint. Apparently, this is wild because I had no idea what I looked like. And they took pictures. And this is my war paint, warrior woman paint. We painted each other. And I painted the woman across from me. Very similar, but not exactly the same. Wow. Wow. I had no idea. That's pretty wild. Yeah, that'll be interesting to get off. But anyway. Oh, look, I'm going to have to sew this apparently. What do you think? Pretty wild. Does it suit me? Time for dinner, by the way. I'm hungry. I'm always hungry. It's dinner time. Food is on the table. We are all munching because we're all hungry. Look at those gorgeous faces. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, you look striking. You really look amazing.
I love this. I'm like, I want to go home like this.
Seriously.
Yeah. Yes.
Everyone is just stunning.
I love this.
I love it. You were the
try and do it every day now.
right? And the gold. I like the way that the top looks on you. Yeah. Ooh, look at this yumminess. This is deliciousness dessert along with the laddo and a beautiful card. Looking behind, I am filled with gratitude. Looking forward, I am filled with vision. Looking upward, I am filled with strength. And looking within, I discover peace. May you find your peace. And may I enjoy this piece of dessert. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sweet dreams. Night, night. And those of you who I'm going to miss in the morning, everybody's catching different transportation. Well, I'm done dinner and saying goodnight and goodbye to many of the ladies that are leaving super early in the morning, and I am wiped out. I am so tired. And I've got to take all this off of my body, my warrior woman paint, and if I don't post it with this video, I'll be following up with some pictures and videos of everyone else that I can share. And yeah, this is super cool the way my partner painted me, and then similarly I painted her very much like a fiery warrior woman, and I just on her neck I did blues for the throat chakra. But this is super neat. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? All right, this will be my last video for the night. I hope you're enjoying these videos. Let me know in the comments what resonates, what standouts, if anything. Tell me about your experience. Have you been on a warrior woman retreat? Have you done anything to enhance your life, to grow, to be the better version of you? Because that's what we're here to do. Share in the comments, like, subscribe, click the bell for the notifications so you don't miss a beat. And so much love from my heart. This has been such a gift to myself, such a blessing, so much gratitude and love from Elaine Shane, Budokan. Thank you, sister. Rachel Kramer, amazing, beautiful, and all the gorgeous ladies that I met on this trip, as well as the owners of this amazing establishment where I am staying. Maybe this is someplace I might bring a retreat in the future. Are you interested in going to Tenerife? It's a possibility. All right, good night, God bless, and sweet dreams.